Hi, everyone. Just going to wait a few minutes for more people to join us and get started, but we're so excited.
This is going to be so fun.
I know, I can't wait to reveal the list.
I mean, these events are gorgeous. It doesn't matter, small or large, they're just beautiful.
Perfect.
And we obviously had a very, very tough time narrowing it down. We look at these events daily, Pamela, I would say. Like, we send events back and forth in our chat to each other about how much we love events that get uploaded. So now is our chance to share that with many more people.
Exactly.
I'm so excited.
So for those of you who just joined in, we're just going to wait a few more minutes to allow the chance for others to join. But we are so excited to share this list with you and these beautiful events. And we're just kind of talking about how much we love them.
It's like the suspense is probably killing other people because we're just chatting away, and we promise we have photos to share with you. We're not just going to talk.
We're going to just have so much fun. Let's be honest, we're the most fun crew, right?
Even from home.
We should have scheduled this for later in the day and had it be like a cocktail hour kind of like.
Yeah, we could have had drinks.
That's a good idea. We should do that.
Noted for next time.
Yeah.
Jeff Stillwell says hello, everyone. So everybody can, in the chat area, make sure you click to all panelists and attendees and tell us where you're tuning in from. We want to hear from you.
Hi, Adam. Yes, it's 5 p.m. somewhere for sure.
Such a good point.
It's 2:00 in Chicago, but we could round up.
We can round up. We're not against it. You guys, it's 2020.
I know.
Anything is possible in 2020.
That's true.
Seattle, New Jersey, California. This is so fun. We love this part. Oh, it's 68 degrees in Orlando. Can we all come there? Because it's freezing.
My hometown.
Ooh, hi, Michelle.
All right, I think we're probably ready to get started.
Amazing. Nikki, hi from Chicago. All right, so excited. What a fun discussion we're having today. We just really want to welcome you all to this digital event. We know that we've done a lot of educational webinars, and truly we are just so excited for this one. It allows us to hang out, us girls, the 4 of us, and pretend like we're back in the office looking through a lot of the amazing events that you all submit to Party Slate day in and day out. And just to share with you kind of what the event is about today. Essentially what we're gonna do is we're each gonna take turns just kind of going through some of our most favorite events that were picked in 2020, but most especially their small events. So 2020 has been quite the year for our industry. And so it wouldn't feel right to focus on the large and opulent events that we normally do. What we're really focusing on is small but intimate. And there's just so much meaning behind these events, and you'll see as we go through. I just want to introduce everyone here. So Nicole, she is our associate product manager. She has been a face of Party Slate for such a long time. She's amazing. She knows it all. She does it all. So Nicole, we're so happy to have you.
Excited to be here.
And Lauren, our senior marketing director, is, I just wish I had even a little bit of her knowledge in terms of marketing. She's just the best. And God, I don't even know where to go with Lauren. So thank you for being on the call. And then Pamela, you all know Pamela. She is our managing editor. She looks at everyone's events, everyone's photos, and just finds the best, perfect ways to feature them and put her beautiful touch on each description. You'll see that when she describes, it's like, oh, I wish I thought of that. She just
not ever. I get to look at all these gorgeous images all day.
You have a good job, but you're really good at your job. So it works out both ways. And then I'm Marley. I am the customer success director. So hopefully I've met you at some point throughout, but if I haven't, always feel free to reach out. Would love to talk with you, and we're gonna move into these events. We're just so excited. So as I mentioned, 2020 has been a year, to say the least, and we're almost through it. But one of the things that we've known is that we've had to really come together as an industry and support each other. A lot of events have been canceled, postponed, pushed back, made smaller. And so one of the things that we really wanted to draw a focus on is that we know that because the work might not be there or the work is smaller, it doesn't mean that you didn't work as hard or twice as hard or triple as hard with less the staff and all of these things. And so we really just wanted to shine a light on the industry, some of our favorite small events, because they might not have started out being planned this way, but they ended up this way, and they're just so beautiful. And I heard something at a hybrid wedding that said, you can't postpone joy. And we just really loved that. And it's so true. And you just feel that in these events that we're about to talk about. There are beautiful elements, there are beautiful details, and all the event professionals involved did so much to make that happen for the celebration. But the joy that you're just even able to celebrate, even if it's smaller, really shines through. And so that's just the theme for today. Like, we just want to talk together and share with you the love that we have for these small, intimate occasions and all of your hard work and the love we have for the industry. So I'm going to shift it on over to Lauren, and she's going to kind of share with you, how the events were selected. There was over 6,000 events selected. There were over 6,000 events uploaded to PartySlate.
We wish we could talk about 6,000 events today.
6,000 today, guys. I hope you cleared your calendars. But no, it's not easy for us to pick 10. And so Lauren's going to kind of explain how we did that.
So the marketing team, so Pamela and myself and many, many other people behind the scenes, we look at every event that gets uploaded to PartySlate. And people ask us all the time, do you really look at every event? And we really do, we promise. Partly, honestly, because it's just so much fun to look at all of the events, but also because we want to make sure that we're featuring your work in the best way possible. So to start, we have looked at every event that's come through PartySlate in 2020. So to start, we picked events that we loved, that we couldn't stop talking about. And as you can imagine, that list was far too long. It was literally hundreds and hundreds of events long. So we used these guidelines to narrow it down even further. So to start, we looked at events that were uploaded in the last 6 months. Like Marley was saying, you and your teams really had to work that much harder to curate these incredible events ever since the pandemic hit. So we wanted to make sure that we recognize those events first. The CDC is constantly changing their guidelines. We are not the CDC, but we do try and acknowledge CDC recommendations. So at the time that we thought of this concept, the CDC was generally recommending 50 people or less. Of course, that seems to be changing, but we wanted to acknowledge events that had 50 people or less in attendance. And then we wanted some indication of something COVID safe. It could either be in the descriptions that you all are writing, in the photos, masks, hand sanitizer, social distancing, outdoor events. You'll see those themes coming through. And then, of course, professional photos only, list of full event partners to make sure that we're giving credit where credit is due. And then if any of the photos were on social media, we took a look to see how those were performing to make sure that we were in line with people that were reacting to our social media posts.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lauren. So let's get started. You're going to actually take us into the first one, which we love so much.
I'm like already excited. I get like giddy talking about this, even just looking at this photo. So this event is a drive-up wedding out of Los Angeles. Just looking at this photo makes me smile. It makes me want to see more of what's in that photo op. It makes me want to see more of these happy brides. So Kylie is actually behind the scenes navigating for us. So Kylie, thank you. If we could click through to the event on PartySlate. We're going to take a look at just some of our favorite features. So this couple obviously didn't want to postpone their wedding. They wanted to move forward with it. So they recruited this incredible team of event professionals to, first of all, create this stunning photo op that they actually ended up getting married in front of. There are elements like this adorable ice cream topping station where guests that were driving by could actually take a dessert to go with them in their car. So they got to really enjoy the experience with the brides. So those are just a couple of my favorite elements. Jackie's mentioning that she loves the placement of the florals. I do too. I am beyond obsessed with this. I think that it's just stunning and gorgeous. And you can see how happy these brides are just taking these photos. They clearly can't contain their excitement to get married.
I love, we've seen the florals kind of spilling out of a car before, but this bright yellow, looks like freshly painted, vintage truck. I just love everything about it. It's so beautiful.
It. And I also love the idea of a drive-up wedding. I just wouldn't have like thought about it, and they still like look so elegant, and you can see the excitement from all the guests like getting out of their cars. And then
Like,
they
look at them cheering through their sunroofs. Like,
oh, and they have, instead of a red carpet, they have a yellow carpet. Did you see that?
Oh, I
so
love
cute.
it.
Love that.
Love
So
it so much.
fun.
Oh, so cute.
So
All right.
cute.
Well, we could talk about, we're going to try and keep this going because we are going to cover 10 events and we could talk about each one of these forever. But this we just thought was such a classic one to kick off with. It was innovative. It's fun. It's clearly full of love. And that really just goes to show that the pandemic, just like Marley said, can't postpone joy. You really move forward with it.
Absolutely. So the next one, which we love oh so much, Pamela is gonna
Oh my gosh.
away.
I'm so excited that I get to talk about this one because it's pinned on my permanent favorites idea slate. It really is like all of the trends that I've written about for 2020 and the ones we're working on for 2021. This is like the love child of everything that I love about events. Kylie, can we take a closer look at it?
Full disclosure before Pamela starts talking, like, I'm not joking when I say she sends this back and forth to our group like regularly about how much she's obsessed with this. So
It's the problem.
We'll just leave it there.
It feels perfect for every article that I'm writing. Like I really love it so much. Some of the things I love, and everybody can chime in with what they love, but the pampas grass, and this is outside. And so, you know, another way to gather safely, the majority of our events that we'll look at today were outside. I think as a mom, like I can't help but think how difficult it must be. And Lauren can chime in on this. She had a child in 2020 and the anxiety that must go into that. And then so to be able to celebrate in such a beautiful but safe way, you know, there were masks and mini sanitizers and tables were spaced out into various pods and groups. It was so beautifully executed.
I think like Pamela said, like when I had a baby, like it's even more important this year to celebrate the happy things. So I think that these parents to be, or, you know, whoever the parents were, probably just felt so loved to be able to do this still, and all the special touches and the tent, and you know, they were still able to gather with their closest friends and family before their baby arrived. So this holds a special place in my heart, and I think it's just so special.
It's so meaningful. And I don't know if you guys saw like the ombre balloons, like it's a great picture spot, which I think what we're seeing now is like you can't have an event, any event, even a kid's birthday party, without a curated picture spot.
Yes.
And then I love that there's kind of like a rattan throne for the mother to be, which is like perfect for her to be there next to everyone getting
I love
their
it.
pictures taken.
It's like rustic, it's chic, it's all the trends. It just feels good. Like I'm happy for them. I really am.
Feels happy.
It does.
Yeah, me too. And Jackie's chiming in about the picture spot. I agree. I love it. And it's like just another design moment at an event. I love it.
Love. Glad we're all on the same page with this one, guys.
I know.
Just wait till you see the next one. Nicole, will you tell us a little bit more about this incredible event?
I will. So obsessed with everything about this wedding. It was supposed to be a huge 200-person wedding, and they had to narrow it down to just 50 guests, which it sounds insane to me. But this team did an amazing job with everything. This was a wedding for a Kennedy. I think I should just mention that. It just feels very timeless and like perfect, and just a great kind of escape and change from everything going on this year. And yeah, everything about it is just perfect. This dress, I know we don't highlight kind of apparel and things here, but this dress is incredible. Vintage Dior. It was her grandmother's dress.
I mean, could you even? Like,
I know. No. It's incredible. And they included tons of special elements from her grandmother and other family members into the ceremony and the reception. And just like Marley was saying, just really focusing on like the important things, and being close to family and close friends and having this intimate celebration. I love the cozy reception that they had in the restaurant, at the hotel that they were at. Everything was just perfect and cute and elegant. I loved all of it.
Annie, who's from the planning team, daughter of design and planning, actually chimed in and said it was actually even smaller. It was just 32
Okay.
guests, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. And like,
narrowed down a guest list to that, but I would imagine
Right.
like seated in those velvet chairs in that gorgeous room, they must have felt really special. Like
everyone was upset to be cut from this event. Like,
sure.
it's just so classic and beautiful. And what I think is so unique is like, even the pictures from the church, you can see the tape lines from, telling people what 6 feet apart is, and people wearing masks. And it just didn't take away from their special day. Like they went forward with the traditions that they wanted to have. And it's just timeless and beautiful. I just love it so much.
I can never look at my own wedding dress again. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, Annie said it was only siblings and parents. So
wow.
I mean,
Extra special.
Even
Extra
more
special.
intimate.
Special.
I love it.
I also love the vintage car. Like, I feel like we're seeing that as a trend. Like we went through the whole, like, limos associated with weddings or whatever. And now, like, I love this so much more, this pastel.
I believe it was her grandmother's car
It
too.
was, yeah.
Something blue. Annie, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh my God.
And
an epic something blue and something borrowed.
Yeah, something borrowed, something blue. Come on, give us more things to love about this wedding.
Oh my gosh.
That
oh my God, it was her grandma's push present.
For having her dad. Okay.
Oh my God. There's so meaning on top of meaning on top of meaning at this, like, intimate.
I love it so much. Oh my
Amazing.
God. Now we need to plan her, when she has a baby boy, we need to plan a baby shower with the car theme, with the flowers coming out. Now we're just going to make it all together. I love it. Love it, guys. All right. On to the next.
Okay.
This is so fun.
All right. I have to just pause. I know that we're not a dog platform, but these puppies that are in this event, let's click through to it. This is an amazing, amazing wedding in Chicago. These puppies are apparently famous. They have their own Instagram. It's 2 corgis. So I thought that was important to point out before we move forward.
So cute. I definitely follow them on Instagram.
Yeah. They're adorable. And I think this is such a good example of when you have to whittle down your event, maybe it's not what you thought it was going to be, but this couple got to have their dogs at their wedding, which is just such an incredible opportunity. When you have a dog, you know how special that, oh my God, like, look, she's literally holding her dog while she's getting married.
And the groom is tearing up. I love it.
Which is so special. It was on
it has the dogs on top of the cake also.
It does, yeah. So that's like one of the last photos, I think. There it is.
So cute.
And she just looks so happy, so stunning. You can tell that they made it a little more casual, but no less elegant and fun. They did this at home with just very close friends and family, still with a beautiful, beautiful arch with beautiful florals. It's just going to be the memories that they remember for this, enhanced by the decor and the event team. So I think that this event team knew exactly what this couple wanted, and they really made it come true, which just makes me so happy for them.
I love the rustic wood arch or altar there, and like how it's juxtaposed against the city. I don't know, it just feels really beautiful and modern.
Yeah, these photos are incredible too.
I love it. And it's like always going to be like, if that's their rooftop, like that's always going to be the spot where they got married, which is just kind of a cool thing that probably most people can't say.
Right.
And then one other COVID friendly thing is that the individual wrapped cookies of their dogs, because obviously their dogs were a huge part, I just think is so cute.
I think, Pamela, is that predicting a future trend that we're going to write about?
Yeah, so I was going to chime in and say that we're seeing that one of the perks of doing more entertaining at home is that we're seeing a lot more animals at the events. And so people are incorporating their dogs into celebrations, and it's so much fun.
I love this one. And they got to take photos in their neighborhood. I could talk about this one forever, and it's so simple, but there's just so much to love about it.
So fun. All right, the next one. This one is really unique and different, and it takes a deep dive into 2020 and all the different ways we've had to adapt. So I'm excited to kind of dive into this one.
Yes, so this one is stunning. I know we've seen projection mapping and those things kind of becoming trends, even over the past year, but this kind of takes it to another level. This couple is basically transported out of New York City and surrounded by all of these cherry blossoms, which is just gorgeous. And I love the dance floor, and I loved all the elements, like down to the boxes that they served the food in. Everything was like super detailed and really thought out, and I loved that. And they had a few guests there with them, but then they incorporated a lot of family on Zoom that wasn't able to be there, obviously, but then also sent everybody like a gift before. So everybody got a mini cake and a bottle of champagne and a cute little goodie box, which I loved, the like including people who weren't able to be there. And that's
love.
I have so much to say
I think
about
it's
this event.
interesting that like projection mapping, we've seen it used to like immerse people who are physically there in an experience. And so now that it's being used to bring people into a space that aren't physically there, like it's just a different use of a really powerful technology to bring people together. I just love it.
And I think like a silver lining of all of this is I wonder how many of those people may not have been able to be there regardless of the pandemic. And now they get to Zoom in virtually and really join in on this celebration when maybe that wouldn't have been the norm before all of this happened.
Totally. And I like how they like kept transforming the backdrop. So like, I think Jeff Stillwell and his team did a really great job of like having the feeling of the ceremony, and then like dinner at sunset, and just like it took you through the evening, and guests were there virtually when it was appropriate. And I mean, the decor on the tablescapes and everything just felt so intimate and beautiful. It just, nothing was missed, and it didn't feel like they had to compromise their plans. It just felt like this was their plans. And so I just love everything about the table. Like you can't even tell the difference between the flowers and the tablecloths because they're just so beautifully together. It's almost like 3D.
Yeah, like seamlessly.
Beautiful.
Pam is raving about it in the chat too. I think people really can connect with this one because it really is all about family.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Beautiful.
And then also the
I know.
domes on the glass domes, like keeping food safe, but also kind of elevating it. Like, doesn't it seem more special and more precious when it's highlighted that way?
It does.
It's a team too. Like I think we'll send out this deck after the fact, but the teams of all of these events are just incredible and incredible collaborators. So we have to give a special shout out to all of them too.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I guess we'll continue to move along. It's like each one feels better than the next.
Oh, this one's another one that I really love. I had a milestone birthday this year, was really struggling with how do I celebrate? And this is such a great inspiration that it was a 50th birthday party, and it was kept intimate. It was kept outside. It's in Arizona, so it's sort of against this kind of desert backdrop, and they brought that into the event with succulents and all sorts of touches, like feminine touches with lots of pink elements. Of course, a dog. Did you see
it? Another
dog. And I am not vegan by any stretch of the imagination, but the menu for this and the way that all of the bits of like the dessert and the meals were all packaged separately. Everything was kept very separate and safe. You can see the masks that were here. And then this element I love so much. It's a touchless photo booth. And so to activate it, you just wave your hand, and then afterwards a QR code comes up that you can scan and get your images for quick sharing. So I love that you can get pictures together and not have it be a dangerous situation in this 2020.
You can tell too that the event lasted like pretty much all day and all night, because it goes from like bright sunshine and then it's dark and they're watching a movie, which is a very clear sign of a good time.
Right.
I love that.
You want to linger there all day and night and sit and watch that movie in the dark with the dog.
With the dog.
With the dog.
I love it. And there's the individual packed meals again, which I think is such a thoughtful, safe way. Like even though there was, temperature checks and masks, like you still want to just do everything you can to be cautious. And that's just going the extra step to make sure.
Absolutely.
That's
I love
right.
it.
And the whole event is so bright and happy, and also has like really clever signage.
Yeah.
Yes, I love the tequila te amo sign.
Yeah, so cute.
Love it.
custom masks. They got it all. It's so nice.
They really do. And the cozy, pillows, and I don't know. It's just like a very chic, sweet outdoor celebration, a great way to get together with other people.
Love it.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited for you to see the next one. Nicole, do you mind telling us about this event?
Back to me. So obsessed with this intimate backyard bat mitzvah. And if you want to click out to those photos, Kylie, I love. So this is a super special celebration for the family, but I love that they were able to get together and have other family members on Zoom. The decor is so cute and age appropriate and beautiful. Obviously, balloons, which has been super popular this year everywhere, which is really cute. And then if you scroll down a bit, Kylie, I love they've got the table situated in between these huge bushes, which just feels like very secret garden and intimate and amazing. So cute with the string lights. And I love the pink. You can never have too much pink.
I love it.
And just cute elements all the way down to the little place cards and stuff. And then as a surprise, they had her friends come in kind of waves of a few people at a time, and they had a dance party, so they didn't skimp on kind of that super fun part of mitzvahs, which is dancing and interacting with the DJ and all of that. So that was really cute that they were able to surprise her with that.
And I love that she is the Bat Mitzvah's girls wearing sneakers and her sweatshirt, and they just really casual down to have a good time. So fun.
Yeah.
And I love that she had that experience, that special intimate celebration with her family, and then it's dancing in the streets with her friends. That's just so fun. A memory you'll never forget.
Yeah.
I love that.
My daughter is in 8th grade this year and had her bat mitzvah last year, and there was a sea of bar and bat mitzvahs, and this is so unique that everyone who got to go, all those kids that got to go and dance in the street for a little bit, that's going to be a really lasting memory, the way that this stood out from maybe the ones that happened prior to COVID. This is just such a special event.
That's so true.
Absolutely. Love it.
Another good one.
Another good one, guys.
They just keep coming.
All right. Ready for the next one? This is so fun. I love this one. I think, Lauren, you're going to kind of tell us what you love about it.
This little girl just makes this really goes to show that, first of all, kids are happy with just anything pretty much. And it goes the extra mile to create this incredibly special party for this little girl who couldn't be with her friends in person, but she doesn't even care because technology allowed her to Zoom with her friends. We'll see a photo of her in a second, clearly on a laptop, Zooming with friends or family or people that are important to her, and how decor and activities and boxes sent to friends really just makes the entire thing so special for her. She's clearly thrilled that there she is. Look how adorable. She's Zooming with people who are important to her from the safety of her own home, which is such a unique thing to 2020. But I would imagine that it's going to allow kids to stay connected with people all the time now. So she just put such a smile on my face. She's so cute.
So cute. And she's never been happier, which is it's so great. She probably doesn't know what's going on, and good for her because she is having a party she's never had before. This is so much fun. The troll theme, it's literally incorporated into every little element. It's so cute.
I mean, how long do you think it took for her to let her parents take down that party decor from her wall? I feel like it's probably still there.
I would leave it up forever. It's never coming down.
I know. I want to know what room in this house, what room in their house do you think this is? Her bedroom? Do you think
it's her bedroom?
They turned their whole house into Trolls World, probably.
I love that.
It's
and
so
the boxes, the little boxes that they sent to the guests with all the little party favors that were so, I love them.
Yeah, it's just such a nice
kid and getting that box.
The custom books, and it's so perfect.
And my daughter's name's Charlotte, so I just have to have this connection with this.
You do, obviously.
you know,
Lottie would be like over the moon excited.
Lottie would love it.
Any little kid I think would.
I would love it. So.
I'm noting it. Her first birthday was canceled this year, so we'll have to see what
her second birthday is going to hold.
what
She
that
needs
means.
double the
Exactly.
celebration, I think.
That's right.
So cute. This is a favorite, and this is just a way to show that you can really customize a theme that your child loves and make it feel really special, and keep them connected with people that matter to them, even if they can't be in person.
Yeah. And one other thing to note is like virtual and hybrid, it's newer to a lot of us in 2020, but I don't think it's going to go away because there will always be people that can't attend, and it'll be nice to be able to include everyone, even from afar. Right. So it's nice to be becoming more familiar with these types of technology that we have access to at our fingertips for, you know, little kids' birthdays all the way to large scale corporate events and galas. And so I just love that it's being used for all types of events.
It's so true.
Okay. The next one that I love, this backyard celebration.
Another super cute mitzvah.
It's also so cool, like a lot of this decor could be used for a bat mitzvah or a birthday party or like so many types of events.
Yeah, it's so versatile and cool, and like also any age too. Like I would be just as happy with this party as this 13-year-old.
Exactly, me too.
Like, so yeah, but love the color scheme. I love like the combination of the purple and the blue and the pink. It's kind of like iridescent in a way, which is my favorite thing in the world. So love that. They've got the custom hand sanitizer. They've got custom mask. They really went all out with the swag, which is also another great thing. Individually packed snacks, and something that's kind of become a trend, for obvious reasons with like the individually packaged and stuff. But that's kind of started like last year. We've seen tons of like Kardashian events or other events where they have like the individually boxed like burgers, or they've got pizza here, but it really works for a practical reason now. But it's still really cool, and I love how people are getting creative with it.
And I'm just going to call out a trend alert on the color scheme here, because like this year started off with all ombre, and now we see things like mimicking fashion, and that we're seeing kind of tie-dye inspired. And so that's, to me, what this is evoking is, you know, all those tie-dyes that Marley's very well acquainted with, doing tie-dyes like crazy. But this feels like a tie-dye moment.
It does, but it's just like so happy. Like the weather, thank God the weather looked so like the most perfect day for this young girl, and like the pool, I just want to jump in, and the team on this just like did such a good job. They didn't miss a detail. It didn't feel like things had to be rearranged. It felt like, wow, like come and enjoy this amazing afternoon in my backyard. And what a beautiful backyard that is, right?
Yeah, it's stunning.
I love it.
I think we've seen custom masks at a lot of events, and they were really cute at the 50th birthday where they had the person's name. And then this took a different tact, which was to marry it to the decor, which I think is really beautiful also.
Yeah, really cohesive decor, including things that are necessary these days. So you might as well tie it all together.
Absolutely.
And getting a shout out from Michelle at M Studio saying she's the swag queen.
Yes,
so
the swag queen.
Clearly see that here.
She really is. She always comes up with the coolest and cutest ways for all of her events. And as you can see here, there were so many little details that were not missed. I love them all.
Well, I think we have one more, right?
One more to go, Pamela. This one's for you.
So this is for me. So I think 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, we did a wedding quiz for Party Slate, and I had a lot of fun, basically like mashing types of weddings together. And one of the combinations I came up with as a result for the quiz was modern rustic. And it was just sort of like imaginary, me describing what a modern rustic event would look like. And then lo and behold, here's this event. And this event is modern and rustic. It's got like mid-century modern furniture, these fall florals, the raw wood tables. It's taking place at a farm. Now, this is a wedding experience, so it's a corporate event for the event industry. So it wasn't a wedding, but it really does embody what I would imagine a modern rustic wedding to be like. I mean, look at this arch built out of trees and florals and lanterns. I mean, it just feels very organic and part of the landscape. I love it.
I love that centerpiece. Like, it's not new necessarily, but seeing a set like a long, lush centerpiece like that, that's so well done and stunning, is not easy to do. And that's absolutely gorgeous.
Like the runner.
Yeah, right. Like a runner. And I love that tapered candles. I feel like we're seeing more of those now. And this one has a mix of high and low. And I love the tapered candles there. It just makes it feel like a special event. And then also, not to forget, entertainment. And at the last mitzvah that we saw, there was outdoor entertainment and someone performing. And side note, the group that's performing at this event is featured in our latest New York roundup. So this is Honey and Vinyl that's performing here. So there's so many pieces of this event, layered rugs outside for people to sit on. And so there's a mix. You can tell that this event evolved from one space to the next. And so there was a moment here where they were sitting and enjoying, and then there's a moment at the tables, and there's a moment in the garden. And so I just love when you see an event where you can see sort of an evolution of what a guest might have gotten to experience.
It's a true experience. It's
a true experience. And wait, stop right there, Kylie. Go down just a little.
Shots.
Yeah, so those are cocktails, and they are perfect for the age of COVID in that they have sealed tops on them, and so you can feel really safe having those.
That
and
is genius.
What's that?
That's genius. I love that.
Genius. And you know what you're getting. It says it very clearly on the top. And then also, everyone took home black walnut bourbon, so that was part. Doesn't that feel like perfect for a rustic celebration to have black walnut bourbon as your take home?
It's like really goes to show the little details matter so much.
It really does. And this event also, it really struck me how colorful the food was. So you've got like this really colorful tabletop with all these florals, but then the food didn't let you down. Like the food was all really colorful also. And so it kind of, I don't know, I just love every element of this event.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Well, we obviously had a really hard time narrowing it down, so we actually have a little surprise.
So I'll talk about kind of idea slates as a whole, but we created an idea slate for our top 50 favorite events from this year. And including the ones that we talked about today, there are just so many events that we loved. We've got included some kind of notes about those things, but we will be sharing this with everyone to check out after this, and we'll be including in some other things as well. But excited about all the events that were selected. Every professional did an amazing job, and you guys have been so incredible considering all of the challenges that we've all had this year. And I'm just gonna talk about, since we're on the topic of idea slates, just a little bit about how those work, how you can use them, how other people use them on Party Slate. So I'm gonna take over sharing here. And you all can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Cool. So idea slates, you can use them for a plethora of different things. Up now, I kind of have an example of an idea slate I created for my parents' joint 50th birthday. It was supposed to be this year, but we've postponed to next year. So planning that kind of big celebration for when we can all get a bigger group together again. So you can save different things like venues, different professionals, You can add in notes for anything you like and save, different events that you're interested in or like, that are relevant, and then also photos like I have here, and you can add notes to everything. You can also share these, which is really awesome. So I can send out this link to my mom or my brother or whoever, to a planner that I'm working with, what kind of ideas that I'm looking at, and working on for this event, to save anything. If you're anywhere on the site, say I'm looking for some more lounge seating inspiration and ideas, and I'm just kind of going through this image gallery. We've got tons of incredible photos on our site. And I want to save this one. This looks great. Love this idea. My mom would love this. I'm going to save that to the idea slate. You can also create new ones from here. You can have, like I said, idea slates for anything. I've got one for pups of Party Slate. So all those dog photos you saw today, those are in there. And just that easy, click and save, and you can go back to those and share, like I was saying.
So fun. Nicole, that looks like it's going to be a pretty fun party.
I know.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that we can have it like we wanted to next year.
I like
Well, now you got some inspiration from those events that we just went over. So
yeah. And I'm going, whoop, sorry, didn't want to do that. I'm going to go back to the presentation.
Perfect. And then Pamela, I know that you have a few things to share with us too.
Yeah, first of all, when we send you an email after this event, we'll include the editorial submission form. We are heading towards the end of the year now, which is my favorite time of the year, because we do a whole round of not only wrap up articles about everything we loved in the current year, but then we also do a lot of forward looking pieces, predictions of trends, things we're just starting to see that we think are going to be bigger in the following year. So it is not too late to get in on those. So I would encourage everyone listening to start getting your events uploaded now. Like, take a moment and look at things that you've been working on and get them uploaded. We also, in addition to doing like year-long recaps, every month we do an article on our favorite events of the month that goes through the same kind of like voting and vetting process. And we come up with this curated list of our favorite events that were uploaded in a given month. And so, you know, it's not too late to get in on the November or to get in on December for that article as well. And so I'm going to get specific really quickly and just tell you the articles that I have coming up, just to inspire your thinking about, around what you might want to hurry up and get uploaded. In addition to our favorite events of the year, we're also looking for the most creative themes of the year. So if you have creative themed events, I'm dying to see them. Also, kids party trends we're looking at, and we're looking at creative catering trends. So, and then we'll also have like a recap of 21 trends that we're looking towards for 2021. So get everything you have uploaded. I'm so excited. We all want to look at them. And I think it's interesting that, you know, when we're in a pressure situation like 2020 has been, it's been really exciting to me and really interesting to see how this industry has elevated their game, looked for new ways for people to gather, look for ways to make it safe, continue to help people get together and share that joy that an occasion calls for. So I don't know, I'm excited to see what else you have to share with me. And then we also have an upcoming digital event. Do you want to talk about this, Lauren?
Sure. So I think we actually have a special major event coming in December. So stay tuned for an announcement with that. But first, we're actually going to invite Cece Johnson of Cece New York, who's been an incredible friend to Party Slate. Her profile is beautiful. Her work is incredible. She's actually going to join us for a one-on-one conversation with Julie, our CEO, to talk about the behind the scenes of a very special event that she threw for her son. So we're very excited to welcome her and to hear more about the creative details around that. And I think that we have about 15 minutes left. We could talk about this all day, so we're happy to stay here or not. But if anybody has any questions, Kylie, again, is behind the scenes. Thank you so much for navigating for us through this fun conversation. And thank you to Amanda, our content marketing manager, for creating that idea slate that we'll be thrilled to share with everybody. But if anybody has any questions or last minute shout outs, we would love to hear them. Otherwise, we're excited for everybody to join us for our conversation with Cece, and we can't wait to see more of your events.
And one last thing that I just want to note is that you've been also incredible to your clients and each other. And I just want you to know that we're here for you. We want to support you in the industry and what you're doing. We have come up with amazing new product features on our profiles in order to do that. And we'd love to help you. So do not hesitate to reach out. We're here for you. We hope you have an incredible Thanksgiving, even if it's small. We have now talked about how small can be just as great. And so we just wanted to wish you that too. Oh, we got a good question.
Yeah, from Jackie.
Any other fun trends you're seeing in events that you think will continue into 2021?
I would say tune in for all of the amazing articles that Pamela and her team are going to produce. There are so many good ones.
I'll give one. I mean, we've sort of like hinted at a few of them. Obviously, tie-dye florals. We have 21. I will trot out another one that I think is interesting, which is having cabanas at events. So as we see events becoming smaller, more intimate, it doesn't mean that they are any less beautiful or kind of decadent. And so seeing, large billowing tents kind of moving aside and making way for like these really beautiful tailored cabanas, one that I'm super excited about.
I
was going to give my favorite away, but I'll save it.
Save it for later.
I'll tease that. Well, thank you, everyone.
I think we're good on questions, but if anyone has anything, you can always reach out. And it was so fun getting to chat with you guys, and we hope you will join us for the next one. And yes, next time with wine.
Yes, next time with wine.
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Have such a great day.
Bye.
Bye.